Hello and welcome. My name is Anastasia Zatula. Welcome back. And today I'm going to tell you how to make your man propose fast. Now, I'm not a big fan of marriages. I'm not a big fan of making marriage a goal of your life, but I see a lot of women that do want to get married, they do want to get proposed, and I decided to make this video. It is actually much easier than you think. Now, I am a Reiki master, as you know, and also an NLP master, so I work with energy and mind. I'm not going to give you some manipulative practices where you can tell something, do something, and he will basically will kind of fall into trap, because I don't really believe into these things. You can get results through manipulations, but what will it give you in the long run? I am actually all for holistic, so to say, relationship and a beautiful relationship with man, between man and woman. I think it is very beneficial. Now, even though I'm not a big fan of marriages, I do believe that every woman should have a man in her life, a man that will help her to develop. You see, men are super important for our development as women, as we are very important for them. Now, our mom is our self-love, our father is our self-security. But the man is basically a reflection of our inner masculinity. If we will not have a man outside, we will never be able to develop our inner masculinity. And this is a part of us, a crucial part of us. You see, we're 75% feminine, 25% masculine. If we will not develop this masculinity, if we will not know how to treat the man inside of us, our development will never be fully complete. That's why we crave men, and that's why we want men. Even when we don't have them, we still kind of, whatever you will tell me, everybody still wants some kind of connection. So I'm all for relationship, but I'm for a healthy relationship. I have nothing against partner kind of marriage, when a masculine woman and a masculine man decide, okay, so you're rich, I'm beautiful, let's marry together, we will be like a good couple. Okay, so this is it also takes place in our society. I don't mind that, but I am also for a deep relationship. You know, I studied tantra for a long time, and this deep relationship, deep connection with the man can really bring a woman, you and your man, to a different level. You will develop much faster, you will grow together much faster. So I am all for that, and I hope the man that you choose to marry will be that man. That you will choose a man that you basically have butterflies all over you. Just your thought about that man, and you have butterflies around you, inside of you, everywhere. This is the man you need to be with. It probably will be the hardest man, but still this is the one you should be with, because this man will propel you very, very fast. You see, if you will marry somebody for convenience, yeah, you guys will grow little by little, but it never will be fast growth, and I would want you to grow fast, obviously. Now, I have been married a few times and I've been proposed many times, so thanks God I know what I'm talking about. And to tell you the truth, and I will tell you right now, the marriage proposal depends on the woman, always on the woman. So if you're not proposed at this moment, then the issue is in you. Either you have some kind of fears, or you don't believe you deserve it, or something else, and I will go through those. But I want to tell you that it is very easy, and if you think that it depends on the man, you're absolutely mistaken. I will give you a bright example. I was in school, in high school, with the girl, and she was basically she was dating. So we were like 16, 17 at that time, and it was a very early age in my culture to date. But she was dating a guy that was older than her, and after high school, she didn't go like every single one of us to university or college. She actually stayed with him, she started living with him, and the goal was for them to marry once he will graduate from the university. But he graduated from the university, she was the faithful kind of wife, not on paper. And then he started war, so he said, well, let me start my career and then I will marry. So he started the career, they didn't marry. I think 10 years long, 10 years passed and they still not married, not even talking about this. She has a huge pressure from her family, from her friends, and still she's not a wife. So at one point she offered him, well, can we have a child at least? And he's like, no, we're not ready yet. So long story short, her patience ran out, and she basically told him, listen, it's either you marry me or bye. And he left just like that. There was nothing was holding him there. So he left. She didn't believe he would leave. And 2 months later, he married somebody else. A month later, he was on a conference, he met some woman, and a month after that, so like 2 months after he broke up with this girl that I went to school with, he was a married man. So it doesn't depend on the man, it depends on the woman and the energy that she projects and the mindset that she has, obviously. So talking about my the girl that I study with, I couldn't even tell that she's my friend because we're not that close. She is still till now is not married. I think she was, and then so it doesn't depend on the man, it depends solely on a woman. I want you to put this power in you and understand that if you're not married right now, if you're not proposed, then it's not his fault. It's something inside of you that you still don't have a ring on your finger. Now. I do want all of you being married. At least one time everybody should go through this. And I want you to understand that the marriage, if you are looking to get married to solve some kind of issue, you're hugely mistaken. You wouldn't be able to. I noticed that from some women that I socialize, and they say, well, as long as we will get married, then we will figure it out. No, you won't figure it out. It's a huge mistake. Figure it out and then get married. But for some reason, many women and maybe some men believe that it is like a finish line. Like they have to get to this point of marriage and they have to be married. So this is it's not an ultimate goal. You must understand the ultimate goal is to have this deep relationship with the person that you are with. And the marriage has nothing to do with it, and you will be married to him if you will have such relationship. You see, marriage is just a societal standard that the society pushes on us. And trust me, as a person who's been married a few times, it doesn't change anything. It just causes a lot of pressure for no reason. Now, also, if you think that you need to cook and clean and all that for your man to be married, you're also extremely mistaken. I don't cook and I don't clean, and nevertheless, I have a lot of admirers and a lot of men that want to be with me. And trust me, I treat men badly sometimes, really bad. I'm not proud of that. I mean, if somebody would look outside, they would think I'm bipolar or something, but I'm not. I'm spoiled, and I can afford myself this liberty, which I'm not proud of. Again, what I do though, I change the energy very fast. So, man, they tolerate my outbursts because I can change the energy, and I never blame myself. Like, I believe that it's just a part of me, and take it or leave it. So you don't need to be a submissive servant for a man to consider you for a wife. This is not true. Trust me. Men marry women that are very self-sufficient inside. Not that they can make money and support themselves. They love women that know what they want, that they are in their aura, so to say. I have so much here to say, so I don't want to kind of... Now, if you have a man in mind and you've been with him for some time and you want him to propose, decide why is this particular man. So first of all, before you will even look into fears, you need to decide what your reasons for marriage is. Now, is this pressure from the society? Is this pressure from the family? Is this a challenge because man is not proposing? You decided, I'm going to be with him until finally he will propose. And I know women like that. I'm from a culture where women really have low self-esteem. I mean, some have super high and some have super low. And I mean, they would sit with the man for years and years and years in hopes that he will marry. I mean, like, really. Thanks God, never happened in my family, but I mean, it does happen all the time. So find out what is your reason. So if you have pressure from the outside, if it's only from the outside, it is wrong. So if somebody is telling you, well, maybe it's time for you guys to get married or something like that, this is not your desire, this is the desire of the society outside, and you really shouldn't be much care about it. Now, if you also have pressure, so I know there is some cultures where it's crucial to get married by a certain age. So if you have that pressure, if you have the pressure of providing security for yourself, if you have, so any of these outside kind of factors, they shouldn't be the ones influencing you to get married. If you think that if you will marry a man, he's going to support you, this is wrong. He should kind of support you while you're with him, while you're dating him. Don't think that if you marry him, he'll start supporting you, because probably he wouldn't. He will probably give you the bare minimum and you will be okay with that. Now, I don't say that being with the man without marriage is better. Obviously not, because then you give him all the benefits of being a wife and not having a status. It's also not right. So you have a man and now you want to get married to him. Let me ask you this and answer yourself. You have a particular man. Would you marry him? Are you marrying him because he's the only one? Are you marrying him because you've been with him for a long time and you don't want to throw those years away? If there would be a hot billionaire kind of who would be seriously interested in you, would you consider your man right now that's next to you? I mean, would you consider anybody else if there would be a chance to consider anybody else? The reason why I'm asking you this is you need to be, before you will have this man to propose on you, you need to make sure you really want him. It's not just the idea of getting married, it's the idea of being with this person and truthfully enjoying the time with him. If right now you're having this energetic pressure that he's not doing what you want to do, just imagine what you will have after you will marry him, after you will be pregnant or something like that. Or any other issues, or if you will buy a house and you will need to do some repairs. I mean, there will be even more pressure than you have now. Now, do you want to get married because all your friends are getting married? Do you want to get married just because of your age? Now, if you don't have a partner right now, think about a perfect partner in your idea of a perfect man. What would be a man for you? What would you want your husband to be? I have another video and I'll post it here, becoming a wife. In that one, I didn't speak about a man proposing. I spoke about women and your first that getting married very fast and as soon as they want, and what do they do. So today I'm going to focus only on a particular man and the particular action for him to propose. But please do watch that one if you are inspired to be a wife. Now, if you only want to have a man to propose to you because you kind of got tired of waiting, this is your ego. It has nothing to do with your feelings or your love. It's just you're tired of waiting and your ego wants some kind of resolution. This is not a valid reason to get married, please. I mean, get the man to propose to you, but please don't get married, because you will have a miserable life. You will be chasing a man that doesn't really particularly want to be with you. Now, what I would want you to do, I would want you also to write down everything you like about your man. Now, if there is things that you would want to change about him, then maybe this man is not for you either. You're just probably tolerating him because there is nobody better in your life. I'm sorry to say this, but this is how it is. And I see women like this. I saw my clients like this. Usually, the funny thing is that usually women are crying over a man who is for the most part is nobody. These are not some kind of millionaires, billionaires. These are usually simple men that have a 9-to-5 job or some small business that are not making millions of dollars. So I'm not sure why would you even want somebody like this proposed to you? You know, you'll spend more money on getting divorced than getting from him. So again, consider whether you do really truly want this man or not. So when you will why so there is the reasons why men don't propose to you. There is a few reasons, and I want you to be honest with yourself, because this is what we're going to be changing. So the whole idea of this video is to change your energy and your mind for your man to propose, because the proposal depends on the woman solely. You basically, you need to change the energy and your thinking inside of you, so the man next to you will gladly drop on his knees with the huge rock. That's what we're doing. We're not going to be changing man. We're not going to do none of that, because I don't believe in outside manipulation, and definitely don't believe in energetically forcing somebody to do something, even if it is possible. I don't think any energy worker will do that, but still. So these are the reasons. So what we're doing, we're changing your energy. Once you will change the energy, once you become this ball of pleasure, trust me, every man will want you, and this particular man will feel the competition and will jump on the opportunity to make you his. So why men don't propose to you now? There is a few reasons, and I put them down, a few of them. So the first reason is you don't believe you deserve. This is the strangest reason, but I saw it very often in my childhood. Luckily, my parents were married, and they were. My mom has this queenish hair around her, so she wouldn't have it any other way. My grandparents was mine, so luckily for me, I never saw this in my family, but I did saw it in my society. And I saw a woman that would be living with the man for 10-15 years, living as a wife, cooking, supporting him in his kind of business things, whatever. Keeping the house and doing all this, and hoping that he will marry. I also saw women that would get pregnant in hopes that a man will marry them. Also, it's not right. Now, why do they need to jump through the hoops? Because they don't believe they deserve it. Now, that comes with the really low self-love, and that happens very often in our society, because we have such a low self-love. We don't believe that we deserve much. That's why a lot of people don't have money. A lot of people could not get themselves things they want, could not get them jobs they truly enjoy, because they don't believe they deserve it. And the proposal also, because in their eyes it's such a big deal, somebody is really choosing them, prioritizing them, it also is not coming. So see whether it could be a reason for you. Why do you not believe that you deserve this? Remember, being married is just a status. It's just a status that comes on the 5th chakra. So when you give a man a love, he's giving you status. It is just a normal energy exchange. Talking about energy exchange, the next reason is wrong energy exchange. Remember, please do watch the video energy exchange between man and woman, what you expect. I will put it also. But remember, a man gives you security, so the house, you give him pleasure, you show him how you enjoy being with him. A man then makes more money, he takes this pleasure, he wants to give you more, he takes more money. On the 3rd center, he is giving you some luxuries, right? So he takes you on vacations, he taking you here and there. After you start loving him, because he's giving you more than just security, he's really providing and look out for you. So you're giving him love. Once you're giving him love, a man gives you status. Once a man gives you status, you're giving him a vision. So it is an energy exchange that goes like this. It is absolutely normal. Now, when you start giving him a vision, so for example, you're telling him, well, maybe next year we can buy a house, or maybe next year we can start saving for the house. You're giving him a vision without a status. A man doesn't understand, why does he need to give a status if you already given him whatever he needs, the vision in this case. So usually this is what happened. There is no right energy exchange. Let's see if the energy exchange even get to this point. It could be, for example, that a man is a provider, a woman is a provider, and nobody is given pleasure. Then they live like roommates, and the man is like, why I'm supposed to propose? I don't understand. We live like roommates. She's making money, I'm making money. You see, energetically, a man it doesn't click in his head and in his energy. Why should he do something when there is no correct energy exchange? Or, for example, he's giving you security and you are not enjoying yourself, so you're nagging all the time. And then he's thinking, why would I choose to be with this woman if she's not happy all the time? Like this, you see? So energy exchange is not right. You need to heal that the channel of energy, first of all. But first, decide that you are deserving. If you feel you're not deserving, if just the thought of a man dropping and giving you a ring with a huge rock, you're already getting like all nervous, like, oh my God, then maybe you feel like you're not deserving. After you know 100% that you are deserving, you're absolutely normal with accepting it, make sure that the energy exchanges is right. For example, how could it be? If you have your own house, you live in your own house, you buy a man expensive gifts, a masculine man will think like he's not needed in your life because you already have a house, you have the money, you are kind of conquering him with the gifts, with the attention. He doesn't see a point in changing anything, changing status. At this moment, you are not his feminine, energetic woman. You are just a woman, masculine woman, and he doesn't see a point. You see, so you need to make sure that the energy is even, right? And I will put that video. Please do watch it. It's important. The third reason that you are not proposed right now is this very strong energetic pressure. Really, this is the most, I would say, in the Western society, this is the most usual kind of reason. You see, nobody likes energetic pressure. If somebody would tell me, and this is what I hated the most in the corporate world, when they would give us deadlines. I hated it, like, why am I supposed to do something right now? Why couldn't I do it in a week or something like that? And the same with anybody, with men. Yeah, they do grow in challenges and everything, but when those challenges are not hanging on them and not sucking the energy out of them, you see, when you're with the man and you kind of walk around with the sad eyes and you kind of hoping, when is he going to propose, why is he not proposing? He feels it, you see, we're socializing energetically. He feels this heaviness on him. He feels that your whole life purpose, your whole pleasure and happiness depends on his single action, and no man, no woman, no anybody wants to feel this. Remember how in the video Heal Your Masculinity, Attract Strong Partner, I said a man wants to know that they are loved without any kind of obligations and stipulations. This is what it is. A man doesn't want to know that he must do something. A man wants to do it because he feels like he wants to do it. He feels like he wants to conquer it. He feels like he wants to have this ball of pleasure that you are all the time in his life. When you're putting all the power in him and you're putting this huge pressure, he will pull away and he will avoid you. He will avoid the subject as long as he can, just so he wouldn't have this pressure on him. I'm telling you this. I know it. I spoke to a lot of men. I spoke to a lot of women. I had a lot of men in my life. Why men always propose to me? Because I don't have this pressure on them. First, because I don't want to get married. Let's start with that. And second, because this is my thinking, and maybe this is not right, obviously not right thinking, because my Venus is in Sagittarius. My thinking is like this: if I marry this guy, what if next month I will meet Prince Charming, and even though the one that next to me right now, I'm really into him, I still feel, what if there is somebody better? I know it's a wrong thinking, obviously, but I'm like this. So men never feel this energetic pressure from me. I would not give them this power even to think like that. So that's another reason. And the fourth reason is, and this happens, but happens rarely, honestly, I didn't see it that often, you have some kind of fears. These are the fears that I saw. I would need to plan a wedding. Will I be able to plan it? Will I be able to be a good wife? Will I be able to this one girl I used to work with, she was afraid that she wouldn't lose enough weight to fit in a perfect wedding dress. So she was afraid that the guy will propose and then they will have to get married, and she needs to lose a lot of weight, and she's not sure whether she can do it. Can you imagine? This fear was stopping them to get married. They did get married, actually. So these are the fears that could hold you. You see, your mind is protecting you against some kind of threats. So if you believe that a proposal will make you starve yourself and work out and this and this and this, and this is not a comfortable kind of situation for you, then the mind will push this person or this event as far as possible. What else could be the fear? The fear that I see often, especially women that don't like changes much. Often women are afraid that there won't be another guy like this, or that maybe there won't be somebody who will be as serious about them, or stuff like that. So now you're betraying yourself. You're sitting with the person who you think is your last chance, or your only chance, and you don't even want to give a chance to somebody who might be who you might be happy with. Now you're betraying yourself, a man next to you is betraying you. That's how it works energetically. Now I would propose you to at least keep your eyes and ears open for other men in your existence. I mean, as long as you're not married, you're a free woman, to tell you the truth. So you can, even when you're married, you still should always have admirers. This is just normal. But let's imagine that that you're not married and your man is not rushing to propose. You should have kind of be open to men around you. A woman should have a lot of admirers, really. There's nothing wrong with that. No man wants somebody who nobody else wants. A man wants a prize. A man wants a woman that's desirable by all. Doesn't mean that you should be actively flirting with them or going out or cheating or something like that. No, you don't. But you need to be liked, and this is normal. It is normal for a woman to receive flowers from strangers, from non-strangers. I mean, it is okay for a woman to be admirable. And if your man is not... he has something to say about it, I mean, that's his problem and his insecurity. So this is the reasons why you might not be proposed. Now, what to do to get proposed finally? So what we're going to do, we're going to change the energy. First of all, to get married, you need to decide you want to be married. I get the most proposals when I was firm about this. I decided, I think I was like 32 or something, that I am getting married. I get like 3 or 4 proposals in that year. Now I had fear of getting married. I didn't want to get married. I wanted to get proposed. It kind of boosted my ego, and I was like, you see, I wanted to have that feeling that a man will choose me for the rest of his life, so to say. It fed my ego, really. But the whole concept of marriage, playing house together, waking up and going to sleep together, a person snoring in my ear, didn't really didn't make me happy. Just the idea of the proposal was really flattering to me, and I did get proposed. Now, how did I get to that point? Well, first of all, I decided that I want to be married. I remember that year, and I told it to all my relatives, to my family, to all my colleagues. I was telling to every man. So when a man would ask me on a date, the first date, well, what are you looking for? I'm like, a man to get married. I'm looking for a husband, like this. And I was not afraid to say it, because I made a decision inside of me. So anybody who would say, oh, no, I'm not looking for marriage anytime soon. Okay, thank you for a lovely dinner. I'm out. That's it. Like, I was unapologetic about my decision, and I want you to also be like this. So you need to make a decision. I see from my clients that either they want to get married because they kind of have to, or because they feel like they should to, or because they're looking for some kind of security. None of them is like, okay, I just want to get married. So once you make a firm intention, okay, so I'm getting married, then you need to express that wish to a man you're with. So basically you're telling him like this: listen, I decided that this year I need to get married. I think it's time for me, like that. And there's nothing wrong with this, I mean, he might tell you, listen, I decided that this year I'm going to open a business. Fine by you, like it's your decision, your life. A man needs to know what your plans for your life is. It's like, instead of being hostile and maybe passive aggressive, kind of hoping for a proposal, why not to tell that you do really want to get married? Like, if a man will tell me I want to get married, I will be out of his life very fast. So sometimes men obviously maybe are even scared a little bit to propose. So you need to tell him, you need to tell the man, and to yourself first of all, and to basically to everybody around. I often hear this from women. No, I don't really want to get married. I mean, we're happy like we are. And I feel like you lying to yourself. I feel it. I am energetically feeling what you're saying. I know what you want. You're just afraid of rejection. You're afraid that you will admit to me, yes, I do want him to get married, and he will never marry you, and you feel like you will look like a fool. You will not look like a fool. You're looking right now like a fool because you are lying to yourself, lying to me, and lying to a man you are with. If you want to get married, make this strong intention. I'm telling you, I did it. It worked like a charm. Every man I was meeting wanted to get married after. Now, it is natural to be married. I am not sure what happened recently that it became frowned upon, but you wanting to get married is normal. It's just like a man. When a man tells you, hey, I want to, I really like you, I want to be intimate with you, I mean, they're not feeling ashamed. Why should you feel ashamed for wanting to be married? That is normal. I want you to understand this, and this is the power is in you. If you feel confident, he will feel confident. He will feel like, yeah, I can't be just expecting something from her, not giving her nothing. Women that are married are 100% sure that they want to be married. I guarantee you, I know those women. The second thing you will do, decide what you expect from the marriage. Do you want kids? Do you want a house with the white fence somewhere in Connecticut? Or, do you want to travel with your husband? What do you want from the marriage? I will tell you why. This will eliminate some fears that you will have. You might have some kind of fears. What if I wouldn't be a good wife? What if it will not work out? What if we have different kind of interests? So when you will decide what you want from the marriage, your fears will slowly remove themselves because you will have a clear picture. Fears come from unknownness. But when you have a clear picture, fear will kind of remove itself. So do have this. Do have a really, really strong vision of what your marriage life will be with this guy or another one. You still need to have an make a decision, be firm with decision, and then see how it will look like. I see if I will ever get married, I know what I want. Even if I won't get married, still I know what I want from a relationship. Now, I know women that are like, well, I just want the normal stuff. Look, normal stuff will not maybe work for you. It's for every person has a different normal stuff, you see. And for me, a house with the white fence in the Connecticut is more like a punishment than a reward. So something you need to have like a clear idea in your mind. Now, you have a man in your mind. You have a man right now. Basically, you're listening to this video because you probably have a man. Now, there is a reason why you're with him. You started with him for a particular reason. Right now, you're with him because maybe you were for many years, maybe it's a habit, maybe something else. But you started with him for a particular reason. What was that reason? What did you admire in that man? What did you now observe? What are your thoughts about your man at this moment and about your relationship? So your thoughts should be as bright and as cheerful as when you guys started dating. If your thoughts right now are not like that, the proposal is probably won't be coming because your man energetically feels he's not really your happy place, so to say. And he doesn't see a point in dragging you into more misery. And why? Because your masculinity doesn't believe that he will make you happy. That's just how it is. He's reflecting your masculinity, and your masculinity is miserable, so it doesn't see a point in even getting deeper. So you need to change your thinking, change your perception about the man you're with and the relationship you are in right now with that man. Another thing that you would need to do is you need to, this is the fourth, right? So you need to remove energetic pressure completely from him. What is more, it is not, remember, it is not up to a man whether he will propose or not. It is up to you. So every time you will feel like You guys just went to Santorini, you had a perfect manicure, you were hoping for that ring, and he didn't propose, and you were like all discouraged, all disappointed. Remember, it's not up to him, it's up to you. And if you were not proposed, it's because you were not a match to the person that would be engaged. And every time you have doubts in your mind, remember what I'm telling you. A feminine woman is always much, much stronger than a masculine man, inside at least, not physically, obviously. So you can really you can pursue energetically and convince your man to propose. I guarantee you that. I am a proof to that. So you can do it. Remove the energetic pressure. So if a man didn't propose to you, instead of like, again I was hoping and he didn't do that, don't think like this. Think better. Okay, so I still have work to do. All right, that's fine, I will do that. Meanwhile, we had a good time and I'm just grateful for that. Like that. This is how you need to think. No blaming him inside, no hostile again kind of attitude towards him. None of that. That won't bring you nowhere. It would put more energetic pressure and he will be just avoidant. So this is what I already said. If he is not proposing, that you're afraid of something, and you need to find those fears. So think about a proposal and see how you feel about that. So if you are thinking about the proposal and you have like all butterflies and you feel like, oh, he will put the ring and I will be just so happy and that's it, without all this kind of performance around it, the balloons, the everything. How would you feel? Do you feel like there would be a huge pressure on you? Do you feel like, what if the ring will be not up to your taste? Or do you feel like, what if the diamond will be too small? Will your friends be disappointed? I mean, what are the fears? Find the fears, replace them. So imagine that, a man is with you. I'm sure he knows your taste, so I'm sure he wouldn't just give you something that you wouldn't like. Worst case scenario, you can always change the ring. It's not a big problem. Now, he also probably will approach you and will kind of ask you for hints. He probably will ask your friends. Men are very resourceful when they want to be. If you have a fear, for example, how I'm going to plan in my wedding, there are wedding planners. Don't you worry about that. You can incorporate your family and friends to help you with that. If you believe that, if you have some fears that your marriage might not go good because maybe you don't have enough finances or something like that, again, remove that fear. Finances also depend on you. It doesn't depend on anything else, but only on you. So the fear needs to be removed before you will be proposed. You will see. Then what you need to do, you need to give yourself a time frame. Now, because it's something that you want, and you seriously want it, you're really into getting married fast, you need to give yourself a time frame. This will keep you accountable, and this will accountable to yourself, and this will also put an urgency on the situation. You will see it won't create the energetic pressure. It will actually be good for you. You see, I knew women that would be with the man for 10-15 years. They're not married, they are not proposed, and they're just sitting there waiting for what? They're miserable. Every day they're like, well, I know he loves me. They're convincing themselves for no reason. I understand a woman that doesn't really want to get married. I understand that. But a woman that does want to get married and she's not getting proposed and she's just sitting there and waiting for something. How many more years are you going to sit and wait? It doesn't make no sense, you see? If marriage is what you want, you have to be firm with yourself. You have to put urgency on the situation. So give yourself, let's imagine, half a year. So half a year you are with this man, you are fully enjoying the experience with him, you're fully committed to him at propose, you fully focusing on only good things with him. And if after half a year he's not proposed, you basically telling him, listen, I love you, I love to spend time with you, but I do want to get married, and I'm out. Like this, give yourself. Don't give it to him, give it to yourself. You will see how much faster your brain will work to get you married. You will see. I'm telling you, I did it with one of my clients, and I told her, what if your man will never propose to you? And I'm talking about not some kind of regular 9 to 5 kind of guy. I'm talking about a wealthy man. And she really wanted to marry him. She really liked him, but she had fears that she is not good enough for him, kind of like that. We were working on that. Obviously, we managed that problem, and I told her, give yourself a particular amount of time that you're waiting for his proposal. And we decided on 8 months. So there was like 8 months for her birthday, and her birthday was like it's either they're getting engaged or not, and she just basically she had to commit to herself. So she basically promised herself, if in 8 months he's not proposing, she's leaving him. Yeah, it was a painful kind of decision, obviously, because she was hugely interested in man. He was very secure, he was very successful, he has a lot of money. Obviously a life would be very sweet with him, and that's and she basically had to make the decision. I told her, you need to make a decision, and she was crying and didn't want to do it, but she made the decision. And you know what I will tell you, he did propose. He proposed before the birthday. They didn't get married though. There was some kind of issue, so they didn't get married, but he did propose to her with a huge ring. What I want to say is that once you put this time frame, it's like you tell the universe, now or never. I'm not waiting my whole life for something that might never happen. Like this, it is crucial. You're not only telling universe, you're telling yourself. You see, you can be complain about the man not proposed, but if you are afraid that there won't be another man, and you are okay with current situation, it's like you're telling yourself, well, it's okay, I can do with it, I wouldn't mind to have better, but I'm okay with this too. And this need to stop. You see, why would your mind fight hard for something better if you're okay with existing reality? You see, when you're telling yourself, if in 8 months he's not proposing, I'm out, then your mind is like, well, he's a good guy, we have an amazing time with him, I mean, he's making me happy, then maybe I need to kind of focus on the good sides and change the energy around and get him to propose. It is important. Here's another reason, another thing that you need to do, this I also saw it very often in my life. Women think that if they will serve their man, if they prove that they're such a good woman, a man will marry them. Probably not. Because men use convenient women, but very rarely they marry them. I mean, let's be honest. And it hurts me to say that, because a long time ago I was a woman like this. When I was very young, when I first came to the United States, I wasn't serving exactly them, because I don't cook, I don't clean, but I was trying to prove that I'm a good one, kind of. And I didn't want to get married. I just wanted, I don't know, I was just deserving love or something, who knows. So what I want to say is that don't be a convenient one. Instead of serving him, instead of taking his dog for a walk, doing his laundry, taking his dry clean, managing all his stuff for no reason, instead of doing all this wife kind of duty, it's not even wife duties, it's a housekeeper's duties, Instead of doing all this, focus on yourself. This is very important. You see, when your life is balanced, please watch the video 4 roles of a woman. When your life is balanced, when all your roles are balanced, when you have a good amount of friends, of admirers, you have a hobby, you have a business that you love to do, or maybe you just have some kind of charity kind of organizations that you support, if you have, like, when your life is buzzing, right, you're not watching the clock and counting minutes until the guy will propose. You see, he is not the source of your happiness and your excitement in life. You are. And when you are like this to yourself, every man will want you. And that's the thing. And then when every man will want you, this guy that's next to you, I mean, obviously he will want to marry you, because who would want to lose this ball of pleasure, ball of excitement? He will want to have you next to him all the time. Now, ideally, when you are with the man, you should feel like this. You should feel inspired and happy and thrilled to be. You should feel like you want to do things in your life. If you are with the right man, obviously. So you need to make sure that you keep a seriously well-balanced life. You need to be in all four roles: a woman, a wife, a mother, and a creator. You need to make sure your life is not desperate. What I see often from my clients, well, fortunately my clients not like this, but from some women that I knew, that a lot of women that want to get married are usually so bored in their life, so desperate, so kind of like they don't know what to do with themselves. So they're like, well, maybe I should get married, then life will become brighter, and it will not. You see, this is the thing. Now you will come with all this, with your boringness, with your kind of sad little life, into a marriage, and it will become even sadder and more boring, because it will only, whatever feelings you have inside only will become bigger, you see. That's why I'm telling you, I started with this and I probably will finish with this. Don't think that marriage will change something. It won't. I remember I had a friend in school, and she got this aunt, and she was such an amazing person, and she married the guy because she said, well, I was already 27, I might have married somebody, and he was convenient, so I married him. And she used to tell us all the time, don't marry for convenience, and because you will be miserable your whole life. And they didn't love each other. He started drinking heavily. She was like all lost, no femininity there at all. And she said, this is the biggest mistake I ever did. Their kids are all, they have 2 kids, and the kids were all troubled because they saw what's going on. So don't do this. Don't think that a man with his proposal, with his strengths, will pull you out of your misery. That won't happen. You will drag him into the misery. You will see. I'm telling you. So become a well-rounded, self-sufficient woman. I'm not talking about becoming wealthy, nothing like that. I'm talking about having some kind of light in your life. Make sure that you have something that interests you. If you like to read books, that's amazing. So you will be a person who enjoys reading books, and that's perfect. And have that something like really illuminate in your life, and you will see you will find a man who likes women that are not not much into socializing, into partying. They like women that are more peaceful kind of, and he will propose to you, but you will bring this kind of this happiness into your relationship. So another thing that you need to do, I have a meditation. It's free, it's here on YouTube. Do it. It's a guided charge meditation. Do it with your man. Just imagine a man. When I'm telling you there is a man coming, imagine your man there. That meditation will help you to have the right feelings, the feelings that you probably had when you guys were dating, when you just started. You need to have these feelings all the time with your man, all the time. It is absolutely crucial. Now you will do that, and I think that's it. Okay, so to sum it up, almost now. Okay, if you want to get married, it's absolutely easy. The proposal depends only on you. It has nothing to do with the man, only on you. Man energy of fire and air, propose faster. Man energy of earth and water, propose slower. But all of them can propose fast if you will decide to. Now, there is make sure that you do want to get married. Make sure that this is the right man you want to get married. Make sure it's not your ego that wants to get proposed. Before you will start doing the steps to get proposed, make sure that you answer yourself a few questions why you get married, and make sure that you believe that you deserve to be proposed. There is a right energy exchange. There is no pressure on the man at all. I know it's hard, but still. And you have no fear. You absolutely if I'm not getting proposed, I'm not getting proposed. That's fine. I'm not afraid. You should be unapologetically fearless. And to get proposed fast, decide that you want to get married. Put the intention and speak about it. Say it even to yourself first. then you can say it to me. The second thing you need to do, decide what you expect from marriage, so it will eliminate the fear. Start remembering the time when you were with the man, recreate the feeling when you just started dating him, how good it was, how you enjoyed yourself, how you enjoyed him. Then remove energetic pressure. It's not up to him to decide when to propose or not, it's up to you. So if he's not proposed yet, it's only because of you. So just keep the power within you. Remove all the fears that might be. Give yourself a time frame. How long will you give in this relationship? And after that, you will just live. That's it. Be firm with yourself. Instead of serving men, make sure your life is well-rounded and absolutely interested and fun and everything. And please do my meditation. Remember, you still need to be very feminine for a masculine man to want to keep you in life. So femininity, develop femininity is a must. If you didn't do my course yet, please do it. If not, at least watch the videos that I put on femininity. It is important. Masculine men love feminine women, whatever you will tell. Okay, I think that's it. The next one will be solar plexus chakra. We'll talk about our actions. It will be on Thursday. If you have questions, or if you know people, if you know women that wants to get married, please send this video to them. Let them all get proposed. I mean, I'm only happy when women get proposed, when they're getting married. I have clients that got married with my candles, that got married, who was working with me. Did this resolve all their problems? No, it didn't. But at least they got what they wanted. So send this video to whoever you think might benefit from it, and please do like and comment. If you have questions, do ask. I will happily answer them. And I think that's all. Thank you very much, and I see you in the next video. Bye everybody.